Hey guys, welcome to my channel. As a runner, you understand how much has to go into your running and your training in order to improve. Most runners, what they do is they'll look at the pros and they'll look at the best runners in the world and see what they do. And they try to emulate, they try to copy the details and the training and the whatever it is that they're doing and implement it into their day and their training cycle in hopes that that's going to make them into the best runner possible. However, that's not always possible for us regular people. We have jobs, families, friends, commitments, whatever it is. We don't have the time to dedicate the way they have the time in order to become the best runner that they could become. That's why I put together a list of 5 things that you could do throughout the day, every day, without taking too much extra time in your day that will help your running. Stay tuned for number 5 though, because that's honestly the easiest and in my opinion, the most helpful. The first tip is to walk around more, and this is especially true the day after or the rest of the day after a hard run, a workout, or even a race. It may sound counterintuitive for me to be saying that you should walk around more after a run. Most runners, what they'll do after a hard run or an effort, they'll try to rest the remainder of the day, they'll try to relax, and they'll try to let their legs just recover on their own. But in reality, the opposite is true. It's really, really important to keep moving throughout the day, to keep the blood flowing to the muscles, to keep the joints moving, to keep the joints lubricated, to keep the oxygen coming in, the waste going out, and it just helps with the recovery. I'm not saying that you should go walk for 3 hours every day, but what I'm saying is that throughout the day, when you're able to try to just stand up, walk around for even 10 seconds, 20 seconds. And then there's other things that you can do. For example, when I go to the grocery, I don't take the closest spot nearest to the store. I'll park a few spaces down just to give me a little bit extra walking and a little bit extra time on my feet. The next tip is not something that you could do within your daily routine, but it's very, very easy to implement because it doesn't take much time. And that is to find 5 to 7 or 8, no more than 8 exercises that you think will be the most beneficial for you to become stronger, faster, and better. These exercises should really be focused on your weaknesses and not just on whatever Instagram exercises you've seen that day. What you're gonna wanna do with these exercises is group them into groups of 2 or 3 exercises, and every day you're gonna do one of those groups. So for example, you'll do it 4 times a week, 5 times a week. You'll do 2 to 3 exercises per day, 2 sets, and this is gonna help you get stronger over the long run. And the reason it's going to help you get so much stronger is from consistency. Because you're not dedicating too much time to working out and going to the gym and doing more than you can actually do, it's something it's chewable. It's enough that's going to give you results, but not too much that you're going to burn out and be doing more than you have time to do. Tip number 3, and this is to stay hydrated, especially before and after a run. Now, before a run, I'm not talking about right before a run. I'm talking about the days before a big run. When you're dehydrated, and this is something that I have unfortunately too much experience about, but when you are dehydrated, your blood is thicker and it's not able to move around the body as well. So you want to stay hydrated and you want to make sure that your body is able to move the blood around efficiently and easily to help the blood bring whatever it needs to bring to the muscles and to help it bring back whatever waste and toxins are in the muscles up to get rid of them. Something that I like to do for my hydration is to keep a bottle or a cup with you at all times. So I have my signature bottle. All my friends know me by this bottle because I take it wherever I go. And every 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I'll take a small drink and then put it back. That way I'm consistently getting the water and the fluids that I need in order to stay hydrated. Just one last point which is really important when it comes to hydration is that I'm not just talking about water, although getting enough water is important. I'm also talking about your electrolytes and your salts and your other minerals that help you absorb the water to make sure that you're not just drinking it and peeing it right out. That way you're actually going to be able to absorb it and your body's going to be able to use it. The next tip, and this is probably your favorite one, and that is sleep. I understand you may not be able to get more sleep. You have kids and families and work, and you have to get up early and you have to find time to run, and you have a lot going on that you're not able to get the 8, 9, 10 hours that people typically need to recover and perform at their best. But that doesn't mean that the hours that you are getting shouldn't be optimized to that you're getting the highest quality sleep possible. There's a lot of things you can do. Some of them may be possible for you, some of them you may already be doing. But just a few of these things are sleeping in a dark room, making sure there's no light at all, a little bit cooler, so when you cool down the temperature of the room, you actually sleep a little bit better. Having quality sheets, that's gonna help you relax better, rest better, and sleep better. Another thing, turn off the TV and put away your phone a couple hours before you go to bed. All those lights can really, really damage your sleep. And finally, number 5, this one's my favorite, and that is to take off your shoes. I'm not saying that you should go tomorrow and run your long run or your workout or any run for that matter barefoot. It's really important to walk around barefoot at least a little bit throughout the day, because it really helps with letting the feet move more naturally and letting the muscles activate in the way that they're more naturally going to activate and the way that they were really designed to. When we're wearing shoes, and especially running shoes, as well as dress shoes, but when we're wearing our running shoes and we're going out for a run, so much of the new technology of running shoes is about motion control and preventing pronation. What all of that does is limits the amount of freedom that the feet have to move however they want to move and to move in the most natural way. So when you get home, you take off your shoes, you take off your socks, and you walk around and you let your feet move in the way that they were designed to move and in the way that they want to move. This really helps with blood flow to the feet, removing all the waste from the feet and the legs, but also just letting the muscles, the ligaments, the tendons, the bones, the joints move in the most natural and efficient way. What's really important about doing this is that you really start off slow. When you're looking at the research about barefoot and barefoot running, barefoot walking, most of the injuries that they found are during transitions. So when you're trying to transition too quickly, the feet aren't ready for it and they respond by getting injured. That's why it's really, really important that when you are transitioning to being a little bit more barefoot, you just start with a few minutes per day. After a couple weeks, when that feels more natural, then you could do a few more minutes. So you'll start with 5 minutes, move up to 10 minutes, 15, 20. And eventually what you want to be able to do is to be all day, every day, walk around in the least restrictive shoe. So if you're going to the office and you have to wear a dress shoe, then obviously you have to wear your dress shoe. But if you're not going to the office, then you can pick up one of the more minimalist style shoes. These shoes really help with allowing your feet to move in the way that they want to move, in the way that's natural for them to move, but you're still wearing a shoe that's going to protect you from the ground, from rocks and needles or whatever else might be on the floor outside. Well, there you have it. This is my list of 5 things that you can do when you're not running to help you become a better runner. If you have any suggestions for other things that people can do, or if there's any of these that you liked in particular and maybe you've been doing it, just let me know in the comments. I'd be interested to hear what sort of stuff other people do. And until next time, peace.